According to Wikipedia, the best-selling Wii U game of all time is Mario Kart 8 with nearly 8.5 million copies sold. It pales in comparison to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for Nintendo Switch, which is almost at 50 million copies sold. But when there's only 13.5 million Wii U consoles in the world, 8.5 million becomes much more impressive. But like my women, I prefer my video games to be digital. While Mario Kart 8 may have done well physically, how did it perform on the Wii U eShop? Well, you may be shocked to learn that ostriches can run faster than most horses. It may also shock you to learn that Mario Kart 8 isn't even close to being the #1 selling game of all time on the Wii U eShop. In fact, it's not even in the top 10. By going to the charts section of the Wii U eShop, you can filter by best-selling games. Unfortunately, we don't know how many copies each game sold, so this is just for fun. Like when you're at a sleepover and wait till everyone's asleep, then you use a flashlight to check out their toes. Though I guess based on the number of ratings for certain digital-only titles, we know the absolute minimum number of copies some of the games sold. Anyways, let's kick things off at number 20 and make our way down like a tongue starting at the arch. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is up first, or I guess 20th. There's going to be a few surprises in this list when it comes to games available both physically and digitally. For some, it makes sense because some of these games were bundled with the Wii U at one point or another, while other games were just always bought at a store. At number 19, we have Mario Party 10, followed by the first Brain Age at number 18. Since Brain Age is our first digital-only title, we know that every game going forward sold at least 82 copies on the eShop. Oh, and for those who might be confused, the Virtual Console for Wii U included games from the Game Boy Advance and DS, as well as other systems. Next up is a trio of Virtual Console titles, with The Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap at number 17, Metroid Prime Trilogy at number 16, and Paper Mario at number 15. Actually, were the Wii games on Wii U eShop classified as Virtual Console, or were they just Wii games on Wii U eShop? Whatever. Bottom line is, this is the cheapest way to own Metroid Prime Trilogy. The Canadian price is showing, but if you live in the US, it's even cheaper for these three great games. Based on the ratings here, it appears all of these games sold more than 1,700 copies. Number 14 is a very surprising inclusion. It's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Despite releasing in March 2017 alongside the Nintendo Switch, the Wii U version managed to make the list. Then we have The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past in 13th. Two games that sold like crazy physically on Wii U were Super Mario 3D World and Mario Kart 8, but they still did well digitally, coming in at number 12 and number 11. Now we get to the top 10. Before we begin, there's 3 Wii U games coming up and the rest are Virtual Console. I guarantee that you won't be able to guess all 3 of the Wii U games. If you do, I promise to set up a foot cam on my next stream. Before we get to those though, there's a quartet of older titles. Despite being re-released on like every Nintendo system ever made, the original Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Super Metroid are in 10th, 9th, and 8th respectively. Then we have Earthbound at number 7, which was kind of a big deal when it was announced for Wii U all those years ago. Since Earthbound has 3,300 ratings, we know it and every game ahead of it sold at least that many units. Pikmin 3 is an absolutely shocking entry at number 6. And if you thought parents wouldn't be dumb enough to link their credit cards to their Wii U account that handed off to their kids, you were wrong, as Minecraft Wii U Edition is at number 5. Then it's a trio of Mario Virtual Console titles, with Super Mario Bros. 3 in 4th, Super Mario 64 in 3rd, and Super Mario World in 2nd. I would have guessed Mario 64 is the best-selling Virtual Console title, but I guess a lot of people missed out on Mario World back in the day. And finally, the number 1 best-selling game of all time on Wii U eShop, which closes on March 27th, is The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. I know, right? I never would have guessed The Wind Waker would be in first place. But it was a great remake, with the Wii U version adding several improvements, including gamepad support and a sail that automatically changes the wind. If you want even more scientificness, you can break down the top 20 eShop bestsellers by Wii U games only and by Virtual Console games only. Obviously, the top of the list won't change, but it's interesting to see what other titles did well on Wii U. Then again, I guess a game that sold 20 copies could still have made it. Either way, Wind Waker is at number 1 on Wii U, while Twilight Princess HD is all the way down at number 17. Other highlights include Splatoon at number 9 and Wii Party U at number 13. For Virtual Console titles, Donkey Kong 64 is 12th overall, while the original Legend of Zelda outsold Majora's Mask. You'll notice that there's a distinct lack of DS games on the list, likely due to the fact that the 3DS plays DS games and everybody who bought a Wii U probably already owned a 3DS or a DS at some point. I mean, could you imagine someone's only Nintendo console being a Wii U? Well, then again, it can play all the Wii games, and it has access to the Virtual Console, which includes highlights from all the best Nintendo systems. Wait, was the Wii U actually good? So there you have it. The number one selling game of all time on the Wii U eShop is the Wind Waker HD. Obviously, like the first night with my ex-wife, I'm being premature here, but I doubt the dozens of remaining Wii U owners will be able to impact the sales chart too much with just a month to go. Oh, and what you're seeing right now is the list of the Wii U eShop games ranked by user ratings. It makes very little sense, and it makes me sad that Resident Evil 4 only had 38 ratings, but it's still a list that exists.